What's up, Internet? This is Rambling Josh, and you're watching another episode of Let's Play Breath of Fire 2. Last time, we got a hold of the therapy pillow from Tunland here, so we can use that to go talk to the old tree in the Sea of Forests, or Sea of Trees, rather, to see what's up with the Great Wise Tree, or whatever it's called. But before I do that, there's one thing I want to do here in Township, which I could have done much earlier, but I just never really felt the need to get around to it. Once you have recruited 3 people for your village here, all 3 of your houses are filled, you can come over to the carpenter and talk to him, and he gives you the option to expand your village for the cost of 1,000 old zenny. So that's pretty cool. And in order for him to do that, you have to give him 1,000 zenny, which is pretty much nothing. And then you have to basically wait a little while. Which basically involves going in and out of, I guess, just areas in general, maybe towns, I don't know. A whole bunch of times. But anyways, while we're waiting, I want to come here to Gunts real quick. I'm trying to think the best way to do this is. I want to buy some items here. Of particular notice, the item shop here has F-Spices and Shave Ices. So I want to buy 3 of those, and I think 1 F-Spice. And those are like battle items. You use them and they cast a spell. A pretty good spell. But I have something else in mind for them. While I'm here, I might as well check out some armor. Blend shield is better. I want to make sure I don't spend all of my money, but I don't think that's going to be a problem. So, okay, that's all good. And now, I guess I should probably rest up before I actually go to the tree thing. I want to go back to Township. My next destination is actually Windia. But I don't want to go there until I know that the township has expanded. So the best way to do that is to just walk in and out of here until you can see that it has expanded. I believe it takes about 10 times total, so only a few more times if it also counted the Gunts time. Are you good? Are you done? There we go, it's all done. So, make sure that it is daytime. And now, I am going to warp over to Windia, like I said. So, you may not be able to see it quite yet, because I haven't actually been into Township yet, but we have 3 more houses available to us now, which means that we have the option to recruit 3 more people. For houses 4, 5, and 6. So, the only person I want to recruit right now is someone for house 6. This fellow. So that is Dai, or however you spell it, or pronounce it rather. And he is going to sell some fish. Now, selling fish is kind of interesting. It's not like super useful, because obviously you can get fish from fishing as well. Although, getting them from fishing is a lot more annoying. You can't buy the best fish, but you can buy a pretty decent selection. Now, the reason that buying fish is interesting is because you may recall that the carpenter that I chose to build my town here, his specialty, the thing that he grants you, is the ability to cook. So, if you combine the ability to buy fish with the ability to cook stuff, you get some pretty interesting results. So I'm going to demonstrate cooking here, because it's not something I've done yet. So let's start off by cooking these 3 shave ices. So, give them to him, and he gives me a power food. So I basically just traded 300 zenny for a stat-up item, which is pretty darn good. How much does it actually increase by? Only 1, but it's... I mean, it could be worse. But that doesn't use any fish. So what I'm going to do now is combine an F-Spice with 2 tunas. I bought an extra F-Spice, didn't I? I guess I didn't actually have to do that. So that gives me a stamina. Stamina is obviously an item that increases your stamina. So that's another power-up item. But I want to also take that stamina and combine it with 2 more tunas. And doing so will give me a Wise Ball. I think some or all of these have the ability to give you yield more than one of the item that you're combining. So that's interesting as well. Wise Balls are an AP recovery item that recovers 100 AP, which is nice because that means that you only need to use one of them instead of using like 5, or not 5, but 3 to get reuse AP back up to max. But considering our AP is a little bit low, not low, but like it's nowhere near 100. That's a little bit of overkill at this point. But it is something that I'm going to hold on to for later, definitely. So anyways, now that little explanation is done, I want to put together a party. That seems like a good party. Go with Parallel. Parallel gives benefits to only Ryu and gives penalties, not penalties, but well, physical penalties to everyone else. So that means that everyone else in the group has some sort of protection, and Ryu's the only one with a damage boost. So it works well for this party because Ryu's the only one that really cares about it. So yeah, I'm returning now to the Sea of Trees. So I'm just trying to remember what exactly is the best way to get there. I guess I could probably just sail there from here, I guess. Obviously, you need Spar in your party to do this, because you need to be able to go through the trees. One thing that's actually interesting to note on that regard... This is Tunland, isn't it? I'm not quite far enough yet. Yeah. Normally when you transform a character and they have like a massive change, like the way Spar has turned into the little like mushroom lady, normally when you do that, that character's map ability is no longer usable, which is kind of unfortunate. But in the case of Spar, because all his does is let you walk through trees, you can actually do that even with Spar in his transformed state. So that's pretty cool. Hello! That's the plan. Now, I'm gonna be perfectly honest, I don't remember anything about this sequence, so your guess is as good as mine as to what we actually have to do here. Okay. Memory tower, huh? I guess that's like a dungeon of some sort. There's a house here. Hello, Gandaroof. Sure. Okay, why not? Seems like there's like a back door to this place. Is there? Doesn't seem like it. So I'm guessing I have to go to the memory tower, but I don't really actually know. There's no one in the inn here. It's an item shop, that's handy. You're not gonna sell me stuff? What kind of item shop are you? Is there anything with this tree? I thought there might be. Just because of the way it was kind of standing there all on its own. So I guess this is like the Eastern Village. Wait, what? I didn't even read what he said. So I guess this is supposed to be like a younger version of the same guy? Why not? That's unfortunate. Is there anyone actually in the inn here? There is. Why not? Free inns are cool by me. So yeah, this looks like it's pretty much just the same town. Why not? That sounds kind of funny coming from what looks to be a young lad. Do do do. Seats in this house. Sure. It's a good question. It's like, can I actually get back there? Doesn't seem like there's any other entrances to this house. Okay, well, there should be at least one other town, I think. So there's another town up here. Now, I believe in this town, if we come into the inn here... Aha! There's a fellow named Barros. And he will head over to Township now. And he's actually one of the best town residents. So, yeah. If you don't get him now, I'm pretty sure you can come back into Gandaroof's memory after you're done here. So, it's not imperative that you get him right now, but it's a good idea. I should buy some of these. I didn't realize I was out. Actually used up a fair amount of my zenny. What did this guy say? There should only be 2 towns, huh? Interesting. The, like, moving yellow background is strange and disconcerting. Is that the right word? I don't even know. Okay, well I guess there isn't a whole lot to speak of inside of the memory towns then. It's just old, young, and adolescent Gandaroofs. I'm not sure how a tree is represented by humans, but whatever. I don't see any tower. Huh. I mean, there's this tree. I can't seem to do anything with it, but there's a tree there. Well, the one guy said there should only be 2 towns, and there are in fact 4. And the guy said that there should be a tower visible from the lake in the west. So I'm assuming I have to do something in this... Okay, yeah, okay, there we go. Interesting. No thanks. So we can see far, but we can't see close. So... I don't see a way to get in there. Can I go up here? Where am I going? I guess I should probably see what this guy is actually trying to do for me. Okay, so I'm in the middle. I assume this will bring me back out now. Just okay. Well, like chests are good. Auto bow and earth armor. Earth armor is actually not too bad. Can only Ryu equip it? That's unfortunate, because I would rather stick with the blended armor. Okay, well I guess now I know how to actually move forward anyways. Take me forward! There's a staircase right here. No thanks. Of course, I suppose it's possible that you have to get him to escort you, but it doesn't seem like it. And now that I actually have a map open, navigating this place is actually pretty easy. Miso soup? Of course, even a map doesn't really help you, increase wisdom, huh? Let's actually increase, I think, Rand's wisdom? His wisdom's not too bad. I think wisdom actually decreases magic damage taken more than it increases magic damage done, so it always kind of seemed like Rand's takes a lot of magic damage. At least that was my reasoning. Now then, chest right here, 1000 Zenny. Head up this way, minding the walls. Hero belt, huh? I could use a little bit of extra strength for a Ryu. That seems like a good idea to me. The enemies in here are actually kind of nasty. These guys in particular. Actually, let's use Freeze instead. I recently learned Freeze and actually does quite a bit of damage, so... But yeah, these guys, they can use some AoE spells that do a lot of damage. Of course, now that I choose to actually show them, they're going to betray me and not do said damage at all. But it's a good opportunity to show off Freeze anyways. It's a very strange attack animation, and that actually wasn't all that much damage. I guess the reason for the animation is just so that they can use this... Oh, blended mail. The idea is that they have a little frozen thing with two heads so that they can use the same asset, whether it's attacking an ally or an enemy. They just like open a different mouth and put little blue hail coming out of the other side. So there's a way out from here, down at the bottom, but I'm assuming I want to keep going forward. There's old men here. Well, that's unfortunate. I'm assuming I want to come up here. Before I go too much farther, I do want to use a Wise Fruit on Ryu, because I'm assuming that there's going to be a boss here. Well, that can't be left alone. Huh? What did I do at Gate, aside from get annihilated by whatever the demon's name was? Okay, so, Aruhamel, whatever that is. Let's actually cast Defense up on Nina. She's a little low level, and she's just kind of flimsy in general, so I think giving her a little bit of extra beefiness would probably be a good idea. 93. That's a little less than I would have hoped, but whatever. I don't actually know how much health this boss has, which I guess is pretty much true of... I mean, most of the bosses that I end up fighting, but it's... I'm assuming that this guy can't have too much health? I don't know. That didn't really seem to do all that much damage, honestly, for a critical hit. I've been under the assumption that Typhoon is... not Typhoon, but Freeze is supposed to do a lot of damage, and it's not really doing that so far. Oh well. I'm now into W fruit mode, so I guess it doesn't really matter what any of these guys can do. It's all about pumping up Ryu. Huh? I guess that's trying to inflict hush on your party, which would be unfortunate, especially if Ryu was hushed. Hush being basically mute, like you are unable to cast spells. Is Ryu really the fastest member of this party? It's a little weird. I mean, I guess it's not that weird, but it's a little weird. I guess this guy is supposed to be like grassy, so I guess a fire spell would be a better option than freeze. But of course, when it comes to the dragon attacks, their element doesn't actually matter at all, so all's well. I don't know how wind spells fare against foresty types. I'm going to assume that this guy can't have that much more health left. Oh, well, there you go. I guess it was a safe assumption. Grr. Yeah, go die. So like, am I not done here? Well, let's try just casting Exit. That should take me out of the dungeon. I mean, that's what Exit does. Well, that's still a dungeon. How do I get out of here now? So, I'm not actually 100% sure how to proceed at this point to get out of here. I'm assuming I'm done in Gandaroof's memory, but I'll figure out what's up here and see what Gandaroof has to say when I'm all done on the next episode of Let's Play Breath of Fire 2. Catch you later.